Hello, y'all. This is Anthony Wall playing the guitar to gain subscribers. I'm just learning this. 'Cause I always want to learn, but I never. Yep. Well, in the news today, so we have bad news. We have bad news because we have sciences. The sciences that when you have bad news, when you're utilizing how the sciences share an identity the way they do, the worst things become great power. They become where to discern how to make evolution's fruits and gifts revealed by the identity of value progression, by the identity of relationship to it has to itself, that which makes inventions work or not in relationship to its identity of relationship to itself. Inventions are further positive or negative in relationship to its identity of value progression and its identity of relationship to itself. Realities, identity of value progression, actually true always. See, correlation has an identity that has nothing to do with jobs and titles. They can't defend their uses of identities and of identity of the ground, though, and afford to have discerned logic without criminal foreign influence, premises treatments, sequence treatments, finite lies, illusions, active, progressive, identity thefts, frauds, and racketeering self-value. This is recorded in the convictions of and in the defenses of the convictions of our experts on American history on each of the sciences. Per uses of that abridged, see, they have the perfect world forsaken and that self-value. Our identity, the ground law, conviction, nature, citizens, other, all mixed sick in a semi-ancient trap. Hundreds of nations that are involved with a breaching organized crime method that has nothing to do with any of the stuff on paper. It's right fluent through our nation's fake sides, same side, better, as on and off campuses of each age and nature location, simultaneously on and off all database stewards private, line progressions to each spot in relationship to positive and negative, really by that. Really means by each age of correlation nature simultaneously. Same, see, but then this is worse because then how it's right fluent through our nations, and it was using them, and is using them remotely. The same way they used colonists A through Z remotely to hurt the Native Americans. Colonists A through Z were a particular type of fact treatment nature slave. So yep. Okay, this is a video asking for YouTube subscribers. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you will watch as I get better at the YouTube guitar and boxing. That's another thing. It's all right, I don't know how to In other words, I'm one of those people who caught people doing bad things with kids, or when people get when kids are abused in weird like ways by their teachers, and then through time they're adding up on this because they have interbranch kids involved with them. They have like they pretend passions and emotions when people go into court because those courts, the identity of the ground locations were already used remotely originally and still criminally since before computer definitions of that. So this presents topics that aren't with positive. People want to have positive. See, but this is also positive's full course that has prevented anything but entertained criminal insidiousness natures of positive treatments. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a criminal. The lawyers and the police forms, and each branch of government, distinctly, non-distinctly, and simultaneously, with a whole bunch of other nations and of work criminal enterprises and militaries, foreign and domestic, we are in collusion, where it counts. Attention to detail, where this is fluent through our military, where it counts. We have psychology. We still have courts with involved with all kinds of drug crimes, formal and informal, with the only people are supposed to be against it. And now those databases are also them forging names, switching names, other natures of motivations and interests for their roles and methods of identity thefts and frauds, and worse than war crimes. It's an identity theft and fraud when you falsify police reports against someone and attach them and their family member to fake locations through time. New Britain Superior Court, on off Connecticut State Judicial Branch offices, and people on and off the campuses of each age and nature intercities are tied through time. So we have lipoaggressions. So we have things from off the campuses. This is maintained outcome. Former director of the FBI down, Robert Luskin, his lawyer, Robert Chevery, a whole bunch of other private lawyers, how they get like Trantolo and Trantolo. Please do what's right and respond for you making conspiracy theories. Trantolo and Trantolo recorded, confessed, demonstrated involved with conspiracy theories where they want to make overall allegations about what people say when it's recorded. WFSB attached me to fake locations, fake words with others. They and other Connecticut news media, they have private lawyers. They have judges and prosecutors criminally involved, states attorneys, programs with them, Washington, D.C., World Trade Center tied to intercities. What are they doing? Forging names, switching names with the Britain Superior Court. I caught them with child offenders. They know what is actually recorded over the phones and over the internet, Facebook page. The Facebook page of New Britain Superior Court is crimes with a proven child offender principle before that forced it. And with the people on and off the Britain Superior Court, dozens of people through time too, forging names, switching names, falsified police reports. No one ever gives writing. They say, "Oh, but this is the charge." And for these games, because they have falsified police reports, they switch officers' names, attach kids to fake locations. You can't counter any of this. Everyone's speaking through others criminally. Now there are more people with the schools further criminally involved, not by accident. The same ones further involved. I never had conversations with them. Attached me to fake conversations about the World Trade Center attack. Not by accident, dozens of people tied to a Leahy family and a Brian Silver, and people I never had a conversation with Brian Silver in my life either, or the Leahy family. Now, these are doctors with drug crimes with a whole bunch of other doctors and women in their family, and their kids, a kid with the same name too, Brendan Leahy, and his father, and females in their family involved with medical organized crime, acts, and methods on and off Harvard campuses with various natures of courts, judges, prosecutors, and their drug clicks through time. Fake conversations with me. Now they have the Wethersfield Police Facebook page, also distinctly and non-distinctly recorded crime methods and natures actually recorded from the New Britain Superior Court involved with them, also criminally further with the schools' campuses Facebook pages. Now we have all levels of positions with the campuses being coached and having been coached to hide uses of interbranch kids. They have former Governor Malloy also recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with this. Don't discard my YouTube channel or anything I say. Hear many pray. Now these people are against every surface value of the Constitution, a whole bunch of ways. So have them pick one name in sequence. They use the crime method of pretending not to understand people. Have them pick one name in sequence at the bench. They forge names and switch names with child offenders. Have the WFSB and other Connecticut news that attach me to fake locations and fake words and communications with themselves and with others to fix the fake news. Crime Acts multi-front with the with New Britain Superior Court and with Hartford, with Wethersfield Police Department, and with the campuses. Further with the wire crimes and mail crimes with the child sex offenders. Further with medical families and how fire departments and how they have these individuals of these types of jobs individually grouped together, making opinions with physical delusions while they're forging names and switching names. That's aggressive. Now they have to sequence shift because they have to lie about positive and negative. Excuse me. What is, who's good and not. And then they're relying on statutes recorded having been criminally for and influenced, the readings of them. There are also Russians, Ukrainian involved with the former director of the FBI, Robert Luskin, his lawyer, Robert Chevrolet, intercities with the people further involved with the house on my street, further involved with people with the World Witness Protection Program, and with the killers of body dumping spots, all with their involvements with a Phil Clow, further involved with the principal sex offenders campus, and with my name, with a whole bunch of people from my town I don't know at all, and that I barely know, and that pretended they knew me from places like around events and stuff I never went to. I never had anything to do with these people. Now, like a Joshua Julian, further involved with the principal child offenders campus when that was still being forced, and with the rest of it being forced. Now, these are reactions to types of crimes they need because they have those locations. They have dozens of people with Hartford Hospital recorded involved with predicate acts with the people forging names and switching names with Wethersfield Police, foreign and domestic military. Now there are retired and standing detectives like a Detective Dillon, also involved with my new and past neighbors, and with people that confess tied to them roles with the untimely deaths and their predicate acts with the child sex offenders, because that's what brought that up. Besides already involved New Britain Superior Court. You have little punks that play games on Facebook because they're going to win Interbranch, but they shouldn't win because they're illegitimate. You have to get them out of their spots. Get them on paper. I'll clean it up for you. Have them say sorry now. WFSB, fix it too. Don't make the Attorney General sweep you clear, because that's what's ordered here. That's what they said. FBI over the phone. Now they're involved with these wire crimes where they're lying about, they're putting fake transcripts in with agencies right through administrations. Now they're going to pretend they have the integrity to have a trial. They never had the integrity to have a trial since before our founding parents were born here, and not by accident, since before their founding parents were born in those other nations. We're in a semi-ancient trap. You can't read that through the physical delusions with the convictions into sciences. We'll examine them. I'll teach you here. YouTube.com/user/Romulus Wall, Anthony Wall, aka Romulus Wall, aka Romulus Magnella. We'll deal with this too, with the Trinity, and with they have the psycho stewards of the religions, so they can keep psychology, pretending they're experts with physical delusions, stacking databases with fake conversations against people, because they can't pretend to be integrity when they can't do it. Now get them down to paper. Get me a response. I went to the court numbers of times. They forged names, switched names, made confessions to me and others. I was the defendant. So now it's my turn for everyone with the Attorney General, and don't let them dare pretend they have the integrity to have another election on Wethersfield town offices, Wethersfield religious spots, also recorded, confessed, demonstrated involved with this. State police, Wethersfield police, FBI, CIA, their family members. Get out of here. Don't do now. So don't keep me talking about your locations too, you punks. With these two Mendez police, fake conversation with me with my recording equipment of police. These are kids where I never even had a class with. They just went to my town, little rat mob fucking cops, putting people in jail. You're sicker than fucking most killers, you sons of bitches. Get the fuck off my name, Mendez brothers, and get the fuck out of the police department with the cops. With the fucking ones that fucking for doing that shit with you, predicate acts, motherfucker. Don't fuck pretend you had a fucking conversation with me. Fucking Joe DeMoro told me you fucking about talking about you whacking off with him and fucking doctors. You have some sick fucking half gay people with your fucking interbranch fucking sexual circles, drug cliques, and you're fucking fabricating falsified police reports intercities, motherfuckers, with people on off fucking the locations of the campuses tied to it. Don't pretend because I'm swearing I don't have a good fucking YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a fucking response, motherfucker. They have to lie about what is good behavior here. That's evidence. You can't record them, so you have to make them make a position. They fucking have to sequence shift now, too, motherfucker. This is response to their fucking rape threats, motherfucker. This is in response to them. Wethersfield Police, their roles with fucking people making fake Facebook pages to me through administrations, people tied to me. Now, these are a whole bunch of people tied to Charlie Bowes, too. I don't know if he tried to pretend I know him. I never had a fucking conversation with him, nothing to do with him, Charlie Bowes. And the rest of the people at Trinity College from my town involved with this bullshit and with this fucking Joshua Stryker and Dean's forging and switching names. Respond for the one who is Dean Alford and the fucking FBI motherfuckers and the little rat mob fucking fire departments and shit there. Get the fuck on the paper, motherfuckers. You didn't get my fucking phone call. Wethersfield Fire Department, get the fuck on paper. Excuse my language, motherfuckers. That's fucking evident. You can't report to the police and interbranch, so I'm going to show you how to record them here because their delusions rot, motherfuckers. Fix their fucking federal crimes and get them fucking to say sorry on paper or have them pick one fucking name in sequence like fucking men and women while fucking train the rest of them because you're getting the fuck out. That's what the fuck's happening.